So, a debate last night between Joe Pinion, the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate, against Senator Chuck Schumer. And look, I'll be honest, I was rooting for Joe, and I have been for a long time. Joe used to work here at Newsmax, and he has been doing a great job out there on the campaign trail. Joe, I think you totally crushed it last night. Welcome back to Newsmax. How are you? How did it feel? How do you feel about your performance?
I feel pretty good. I think that we were able to let the people of New York know that the time for change has come, that after 24 years in the Senate, 42 years in Congress, Chuck Schumer has no new ideas, and the old ideas have left America in a ditch.
All right. Well, look, you called him out on some critical things, and you're the first person I've seen do this. That crazy stuff he said about Kavanaugh, you let him have it. Let's take a look.
I would simply note there's only one person on this stage whose rhetoric has quite literally driven an American to the doorstep of a Supreme Court justice to kill him. That was Chuck Schumer. Do you feel as if that was responsible, and do you apologize to Justice Kavanaugh?
I have never advocated violence in any way, never have, never do, never will. The words I used that day were probably the wrong choice of words, and I said that then and say it now.
Would not apologize for those horrible words that probably could have gotten him arrested. Hey, look, you were up there in the same room with him. I saw you on the TV screen. You were definitely scoring points. Did he look at all nervous? And what was it like at the end when you shake hands? Did he realize that you landed some serious punches?
Look, he was quite cordial at the end, and if I'm just being brutally honest, I saw a man who has been in politics his whole life, wants out, but doesn't know how to get out the game. And so I think for us, the chance is now, for New Yorkers, for Americans, to say that we will no longer accept politicians that trample on our God-given rights and liberties. We will no longer accept politicians who pass legislation they know violates our laws. Just on that stage, he said he wanted to pack the Supreme Court. He left the door open for jabbing the children. He left the door open for effectively getting rid of all the institutions that we think are important, the filibuster, all the things that we know keep this country together.
This was another great moment. You talking about crime. He has dodged, ducked, very little to show for all those decades of service. Do me a favor, Pinion on crime, SOT 2.
We are here to unite this nation. We are here to unite this state. We are here to tell the untold story of pain and suffering in this state that has occurred on his watch. The crime that has gripped this state, 12 major cities hit all-time highs for homicide. That's always part of this lack of accountability for the lawlessness that is all across this country because our leaders have not taken that scourge.
All right, we had to cut it off for some reason, but you were terrific. All right, so look, you got a week from tomorrow. Joe, what's next? This is a big state. How many people live here anyway? What, 20 million or something like that?
19 million and shrinking that call this state home, that have watched Syracuse, New York become the epicenter for child poverty in the nation, that has watched Rochester, New York become an epicenter for murder, more murder per capita than Chicago, Illinois, more police officers who are being assaulted, more teachers who are being forced to teach our children about ungodly things, more schools that are failing to teach our children how to read. These are the hallmarks of failure. This is not the actual hallmarks of success. Chuck Schumer has failed this state by every measure. We are worse off today than we were when we sent him down to the United States Senate 24 years ago. And so we just have to get the word out. People are ready to leap. New York State is ready to turn red. We just have to let enough people know that they have an opportunity on November 8th to send Charles Ellis Schumer to the retirement home of politics once and for all.
All right. That sounds good to me. Joe Pinion, check out joepinion.com and follow him on Twitter at Joseph Pinion. Excellent job. To be continued. Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely. God bless you, my friend. This is the year we break the back of one-party rule, folks. We have to get that Senate Majority Leader, not just to the minority, but out of politics.
Wonderful. Thanks, pal. We'll be right back.